What it do, what it do, what it do, y'all. So, of course, I'm back again with another episode, and this is season 2. Mm-hmm. So, I have these two lovely ladies that I met, of course, at Atlanta event, because you always see the same people down here. Mm-hmm. But these two lovely ladies are from Mississippi, representing the 601. And, of course, they said, girl, we going to be on your podcast. So I was like, come on. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and let them introduce themselves. So what it do?
Hey girl, what it do?
So go ahead and tell the people who y'all are. Go ahead, introduce your socials and what you do, and of course, where you're from.
Hey, I'm Santana, and like she said, I'm from Mississippi. Business consultant, actress, entrepreneur, and marketing PR. My Instagram is IamSantana_B, so let's get it popping.
Period. I'm Shari, a.k.a. Luxxshari. You can find me on Instagram at Luxxshari, LuxXSHari_. I'm also on YouTube, Shari's Life of Luxxshari. Make sure you go subscribe. And yeah, we locked in.
Yeah. So you ladies are from Mississippi. Okay,
Yes.
Tell me what part of Mississippi y'all from again?
I'm from Metro Mississippi, so Jackson, Madison, born in Columbus, Starkville area. So
okay. Yeah, and then you Santana?
Well, I'm from the Golden Triangle area. I'm from Aberdeen, Mississippi, so it's on the other side of Starkville and Columbus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure everybody wondering, how the hell did y'all get to Atlanta?
Ooh, child.
That's a great question.
Yeah. Initially, I moved down here for college. I went to Georgia Southern. Go Eagles.
Period.
So that's how I kind of migrated my first steps towards Georgia. And after college, I just decided to come on to Atlanta because all the opportunities were here. So I was just like, I just want to get my feet wet and just try it out.
Yeah.
Okay. I came here for career advancement. I ended up getting here. I moved here with someone, a partner. It didn't work out. So I've been thugging it out ever since by myself and just, focusing on my career and my business and myself.
I know that's right. Yes. So let's go back to you guys growing up down south. Mm-hmm. Okay. Did y'all grow up in a 2-parent household or one?
Oh, that's a good question.
It's a 1-parent household for me.
1-parent household. Okay. Household. What about you?
I grew up in a 2-parent.
2? Mm-hmm. Okay, so we got some differences going on. Okay, so I basically grew up in a 2-parent household. Well, it was 1 and then it was 2-parent household, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
So let's start with you, Santana. So you grew up in a 1-parent household. How was that, especially down south?
Okay, so I grew up in a 1-parent household. I'm a mom of 3, and I'm the baby. Mm-hmm. So it was a lot of church going on. My mom was an usher, so we were heavily involved in that church family.
Yeah.
So that's where I spent a lot of my time doing the children's choir, and then my mom had me in kids plays, talent shows, and things like that. So I think she was prepping me for where I am today.
Okay, and then on the other hand, we have a 2-parent household. So how was growing up in a 2-parent household for you?
So for me, it was interesting because I didn't grow up with my biological dad. I grew up with my stepdad in the household. Yes. So it was a blessing to have that father figure. And he wasn't in the picture all the whole time when I was younger before he entered the picture. It was just me and my mom. Yeah. So it was like a shock a little bit to have that 2-parent home, but it ended up being a blessing, and it ended up expanding my mind and giving me a respect for men that I probably wouldn't have had if it wasn't for him, being a part of my life when he didn't have to be. He chose to be a father, to me. So it was beautiful.
Okay. So we all got our memories growing up down south, right? You know, whether you didn't got into your first little fight, whether you didn't got caught doing something young you ain't had no business doing. We all had our first memories, okay? Yeah. So I want y'all to tell, the people, if y'all could just remember something.
Oh, God.
Of one of your childhood memories, and I'll tell y'all some of mine.
Okay. Does it have to be spicy?
It can be spicy.
Okay.
Let's do spicy.
Let's do spicy.
Oh, God. I'm going to say something really embarrassing.
She digging.
Ooh. Childhood. You go first.
Okay, so I was a preteen, almost about to get ready to go to high school, and I got in trouble doing something. I don't remember. So I was grounded, and she told me I couldn't go to homecoming. Now, you know how big homecoming is in the South, right? Mm-hmm. Child.
So what you do? You just couldn't go?
Listen, I wait till they went to sleep. I put that car in neutral on that rock road. I stole the car. And I went to homecoming, went and picked up my friend.
And picked up a friend.
Had a ball, went and picked up my homegirl. She was like, you driving? I'm like, yeah, girl, I'm driving. She was like, let me ride with you. I'm like, okay.
Wait, who car was?
It was my mom's car.
Oh, see,
I
stole my mom's
never
car.
that bold to steal my folks'
I was
car.
like, I'm not missing homecoming. Like, and I was like, you know what?
it was a hot
If I
car.
get dealt with, I get dealt with. I had on 2 pair of pants. When I got back home, I went ahead and put on my 2 pair of pants because I already knew the next morning.
Yeah.
You already knew what's going on.
I was. If I get dealt with, I get.
You got dealt with the next morning?
But I had a ball.
But did you get dealt with the next
Oh,
morning?
I got dealt with that next morning for
How
sure.
she found out? She found out.
You know, black mamas don't
Mamas
sleep.
know it
They be
all.
playing sleep.
They
play
feel it in
sleep.
their spirit.
Yeah, like, and then she actually let me like do it. You know, let me come on in and go to
She was
sleep.
saying you.
Oh yeah, babe, I already knew what it was. Y'all
yeah.
didn't know the type of mom I had.
Yeah. Okay.
I can't really think of anything super spicy, but I will say one childhood memory that stands out is high school.
Okay.
Went to Madison Central. If you're familiar with Jackson, which I'm sure you are, Jackson has a high school called Murrah High School, and the Madison Central versus Murrah games would just go. I mean, any of the Murrah games, honestly, was like the highlight of the school year. You know, like going to go see Murrah play Callaway, play Madison Central. So I feel like that was probably the littest part of my childhood, was like going to the football games and, you know, hanging out with the girls and walking
Getting
around
dropped off
being
at the skate
cute.
rink.
Right.
Yeah, getting dropped off at the games for sure.
But did you do anything that you had no business doing?
I mean, what happens at the Murrah and Callaway and Madison Central games? Stay at the stay in the bleachers.
A lady never tells.
I'll let you pass. I'll let you
A
pass.
lady never tells.
So I would say fairly, I was a real good child growing up. But I guess I was feeling myself, y'all, when I turned probably like 15, because I had my brother's car when I turned 16, but no, it was 15 turning 16. So 15, 16, I don't fully remember. But y'all, I thought I was grown. I was talking to this little boy, and my folks, they going on their little anniversary, trip. So I'm like, okay, I got the car, we finna go. So next thing I know, y'all, we in a Biloxi. And if you know the difference
You was way down
between Biloxi and Mississippi, that's like almost 2 hours. Y'all, so at the time I had a joint bank account with my mama. So I'm thinking we good. I'm thinking the nigga got the money, I got the car, we straight. Yo, I'm driving down Biloxi. And I don't really know fully what happened, but I just know the nigga got out the phone talking some, damn, I live on money at home. I was like, this motherfucker set me up. Set me up.
That
So
was a
I had no
setup.
choice but to use my
use the
card.
card.
Baby, I got back. And Flamico was like, did you go to Biloxi? And I tried to lie. And y'all know you can't lie to no black mama.
Nah.
You already know.
She already know. She asking you to
Spidey
see if you
senses.
just don't lie.
Baby, I got that ass whooped. I got the keys taken away. And it was bad.
Grounded.
It was crazy.
Grounded.
But so I'll say we're going to keep that in our back pocket. You know what I'm saying?
Lesson learned.
Because that was our childhood. You know what I'm saying? But in the midst of having like your memories and all that, do you feel, in the mixture of all that, did you experience some trauma from your childhood growing up in your household, whether it was 2-parent or 1-parent household?
Good question. I feel like I did experience a little bit of trauma, but I try to keep my memories positive, and I try to kind of, let other things go to the back of my mind and not think about it. But I think I did experience trauma. And it's probably something that you guys might have experienced as well. Like growing up in Mississippi, sometimes the mentality of others, especially, people that are close to you, can affect you mentally. And I felt like a lot of the people who were close to me and who I was raised with had a little bit of a negative spirit. And I feel like that traumatized me because I had to literally teach myself and relearn how to think positive and how to be uplifting rather than tearing people down. And I had to learn how to not speak to people out of my own place of fear, because that's what I feel like a lot of my family and friends did. I'm moving to Atlanta. Why you want to move to Atlanta? Or even younger than that, don't do that because this gonna happen. And it was just always seemed like that was everyone's first response, or their first reply was something that came from a somewhat of a negative place, And so I had to kind of get out of that because I didn't want to ruin my own friendships and relationships by bringing that trait into them, you know. So therapy helped a lot. Yeah. I'm pro therapy.
Period.
If you're watching this, you should get therapy. Even if you don't think you need it, you should get it.
Yeah, I heard that. And then, like, for you, Santana, you grew up in a church.
Yes.
So, like, how was that? Was there any expectations or any trauma that came up from growing up in the church?
And I think that's something that's not really just discussed in the Black community as it should be. Because as a child, I mean a very young child, 5 and 6 years old, we're seeing things that we can't even process, from death to people falling out, catching the spirit or whatever. So I'm about to say that church traumatized me a little bit, because a lot of the answers I was looking for and asking elders and things like that, it's like, oh, you'll learn about it when you get older, or you know, you'll just figure it out. Like, I don't know. Yeah. You know. Yeah. So, and then going back to the single parent home and being that latchkey kid where the older sibling has to look out for the younger sibling, by us having that one parent, of course she had to work twice as hard. So when it came to sports and things like that, she's probably missing a lot of events there in spirit, but at the same time, like, really missing out on, you know, like some core pieces of my upbringing and sportsmanship, because of course you got to put the food on the table, and
can't be in two places
it's my
at
brother
once.
getting me dressed to go to school and he's doing my hair. So I mean, not to say just all the way traumatized, but different things when I actually look back on, like, the actual upbringing. Yeah.
Can I piggyback off of that too?
Definitely.
I can say I did grow up in church as well. Shout out to all of my church members who may be watching. Those my, you know, my village, my extended family. I can't bounce off of that and say that that isn't spoken about enough.
No, it's not.
Church is traumatizing, and sometimes, not all the time, not 100%, but you know, I think that when it comes to church, especially church in the South, in Mississippi,
you going
specifically,
in Mississippi specific. You are. I definitely was at church often. I will say that the trauma that I kind of got from church was more so like I didn't feel like I could be myself, and I feel like that impacted me, and I didn't really step into being who I truly was until I moved away from Mississippi and moved to Atlanta, and I accepted, like, okay, this is me. I got to walk in this. That's the only way I'm going to actually be able to attract the people who are for me, my tribe. But you know, there it was certain things you couldn't do, you couldn't say, you couldn't wear, you couldn't think, you couldn't breathe a certain way.
The question is like, you still don't get the answer.
Right, your skirt too short. You ain't got stockings on with that dress, and why she talking to him so long? That's Deacon such and such. Like, it just was a little bit of a judgmental zone almost. And I feel like a lot of people from the South can probably attest to that. But I do want to say, also piggybacking off of that going to church is still a major part of my life right now. Yeah. And I don't want anyone who has been through something that may have been traumatizing in church, whether it be being judged or being called out or just feeling like you didn't have that space, you know, that it wasn't safe for you. You couldn't be yourself. Just keep trying to find that church home and your tribe. And don't give up on church. You know, not all churches are the same.
Well, like she said, and actually piggybacking off of what she said, it was the opposite for me, because being that heavily involved in church, we got plays, we got musicals, we got drill teams, you got Easter speech, you got all these things that kind of prep you almost for like public speaking or something, because you're going to get up there and you're going to sing that song, you're going to read that poem, and you better know it. And you're going to know the books of the Bible in the drill team. So I guess for me, it was just more well-rounded, and then just helping me kind of develop in my character and just being open. You know,
I like that. Yeah. So based off like you guys' traditions. Hello. So based off like you guys' traditions and everything that you encountered growing up, when you moved to Atlanta, did you experience, you know, it was hard to connect with people, or was it just easy going?
I think it was easy for me. Yeah. It was easy for me because, like I said, I stepped into being myself, you know, and people really fucked with that. Excuse my language, but they really messed with that, you know, like, and then when I found my church home, Dream Center, Church of Atlanta, I felt like they were just so welcoming, and they accepted me for who I am, and they loved me for who I was. It was truly like a come as you are type of church, you know, and the love was there, the acceptance was there, and it wasn't hard. And somebody at my job actually invited me to church, and that's how I ended up becoming a member there. So it was cool. Cool, easy conversation, easy going. Yeah.
What about you, Santana? You felt it hard or easy going to connect with people down here?
I thought it was kind of a little bit I said I like 50-50 because we raised different. So even as we sit and we talk to people, we hear the difference and we see the difference. So but we like chameleons. We pretty much blend in. We kind of peep the vibe, peep the temperature, and we blend in as well. So
we adapt very well.
Right. And then like I said, being so proactive in church and things like that, it's like for me, actually just coming here, it just helped me just to go ahead and step into the person that I already knew I was. But now I have the extra resources to tap into it, like being right here on the Dirty South Show. Okay. So all that worked out just fine.
Yeah. Okay. So when y'all came down here and you built your foundation for yourself, how did you go about, selecting what jobs you wanted? Because everybody know Mississippi is nothing like Atlanta, and Atlanta is nothing like Mississippi.
Right.
Like the economy, the financial side is a whole different landslide from what we used to back home. So how was y'all able to, maneuver financially when you moved down here? Let's talk about that.
Well, that was the main reason I actually left Mississippi because I don't know if a lot of people know, it's mostly factory jobs in Mississippi, whether it's Cooper Tires, whether it's Ashley Furniture, Toyota. It's basically factory jobs there. So here I am, fresh out of high school, second semester college, I moved out, I'm working, but they lay you off every summer because my job, they make lawnmowers. So they lay you off every summer and it's like you wait to get a call back. Who?
Right.
The bills are still rolling. The people who've been there for years, the older generation, they have their jobs locked in, so they're not going nowhere. They've been here 10, 15 years. So they see the young bucks coming in as competition. But for me, I was like, and no disrespect to nobody working, because people are making good money back home. The lifestyle is just not the same. They're making their 18, 19 an hour, but it's not the same here. So coming here, I was just looking forward to going somewhere where I can network, and I'm at the airport. I'm at Hartsfield. I've been there the last 6-7 years, different positions, and I like it because I'm meeting so many people on a daily basis. Yeah. And that's a great way to network.
Okay.
I need to get with you for my next
I know that's right.
My next flight.
The airport is where it's at.
Yeah.
I just need the discount.
I know.
Exactly.
I know.
What about you, Luxxshari?
For me, I think moving here was definitely a upgrade as far as having more options for work. My goal wasn't really to move here to work, but I got really blessed. And as old folks say, it's not what you know, it's who you know.
Hello.
So I got very blessed to get in at the position that I'm at in the company that I'm with. Love the company. Been with them 5 years. And when I
Yes,
right now, I'm
good.
I'm getting used to that. 5 years. I want to raise.
You speak on that, girl. You gotta know you an asset.
Yes. Longevity. But when I first moved here, though, I ain't gonna lie, I started off working temp. So I did the temp, call center work. It was kind of messy. I didn't like the call center environment. And then I went into insurance verification, stuff like that. And that's how I ended up working for the healthcare system that I work for now. So
nice.
Yeah.
And that's always gonna be around healthcare.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You tap in, you're not going nowhere.
Yeah.
That's a good feel.
It is a good feel.
It is.
So when y'all was transitioning, did y'all have somebody back at home that knew y'all was coming down here, and did your family support you coming down here? That's not like a nut.
Well, that's kind of going back to what she said in talking to certain people. Everybody's not gonna have your vision. Of course, God didn't give them your eyes. So with us even projecting or just having that tunnel vision, because my sister was in the military at the time overseas, I'm like, hey, I got laid off from them job, and I'm like, I gotta go.
Yeah.
So I had called a family member, and like I said, everyone doesn't actually have a nest that they can go to and get themselves together and things like that. So yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Luxxshari?
I feel like some projected fear onto me, and some had faith that things would work out, and they just wish the best for me. But I think the majority did see something in me that was bigger than Mississippi before I even said anything about moving to Atlanta. So it was kind of like I knew you was going to leave. It was kind of and for some, it was like a positive, I knew you was going to leave. I knew you was going to, do your thing. And then for some, it was like, I knew you was going to leave. I knew you was going to leave us,
Right, yeah.
I still got friends now. Yeah.
Do you feel guilty moving?
No, I don't feel guilty, but I do feel like people try to make me feel guilty. Like I do go home and people be like, "Oh, it's so good to see you, girl. You know you left us."
Yeah.
And ever since you left us, I'm like, girl, I didn't leave. And then I moved to Australia.
Another thing, within our community, whenever we decide to step out and better ourselves, it's like we get belittled for wanting more and not to step on your toes because you're satisfied where you at and you're content, and that's okay.
Yeah.
People are content with where they are, but there are some people who want more.
Right.
Exactly.
You know, so
I
if
agree.
you want more, go get more. Don't even tell nobody, just go.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
people
You
will
can't
really
tell
try
everything.
to rain on your parade, you know. So I mean,
That's true.
It was like 50-50, like, oh, she'll be back, or oh, she's not going nowhere. I started taking pictures off the wall immediately to prep my mind. I left Mississippi with $200 and no car. I got to go.
That's right.
Gotta
Gotta
go.
go, baby.
Yeah.
Yep. Out of here.
If you got that hustle, and then with us, you already know, coming from the mud, if you got that hustle, that gumption, you're gonna make
That's all you need.
You're gonna rock it out.
That's
so,
right.
As you can see, when people come here from out of town, we're really hungry, and I'll meet someone who's from here, who's a native, and they haven't done half the things I've been to half the places I've been to, or even met the people that I've met within the 10 years that I've been here. And I'm like, wow, you haven't been to such and such? And they're like, what's that?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
And
So,
can I bounce off of that real
definitely
quick?
piggyback, girl.
Yeah.
I want to piggyback off of that because one thing that comes to mind as like an example, like a universal example of this scenario is Deion Sanders. Are you familiar with him?
Now we said that's a
boy D.
perfect example.
Yes, because he did so much, you know, during his service, I should say, during his coaching career with Jackson State. And when he chose to leave, a lot of the feedback was like 50-50.
Negative,
Yeah, it was like 50-50. It was some
wanting to
people
progress.
like, you know, he did so much for us, you know. And then there were some people who's like, you know, almost saw him as like a traitor, you know, almost saw him as like who he think he is, up and moving and taking his job somewhere, da da da. And so I feel like it was kind of, I mean, I'm not on Deion Sanders' level.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Like, how do y'all feel about that? Because I was hearing a lot like, well, Deion Sanders put Jackson on the map.
I feel like he did.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit, but
A little
no,
bit, yeah.
We was still known for like a lot
Right,
of stuff. Like
right,
it's a lot of
right,
films.
way before he came.
Exactly,
Way
way
before
before
he
he
came.
came. It was a lot of
Yes.
films that was filmed in Mississippi. A lot of people that, you know, our celebrities are from Mississippi. You see what I'm saying? Like it's just like a lot of rich culture is still from Mississippi.
Right.
Yeah.
A lot of
Deion
people.
Sanders did. You know, help out with Jackson State.
Jackson
financially,
State,
too.
right. That's what I was about to
Jackson State,
say.
That's what he helped out with.
Yeah.
He
Right.
did not help entirely with Jackson.
The whole
Because
city. Right.
if people really know, like, and that's just the downfall of our city, because even when he came, he was experiencing like a lot of stuff. People was breaking into his shit.
Oh, yeah.
He was getting, you know,
He's
death
in the
threats. Like
South.
it was a lot of crazy shit that was
The
happening
dirty
because you're in the
South.
ghetto. If y'all don't know, Jackson State is in the ghetto, Bookie.
Don't go.
It is not on no clean little side
Do not
in
pass
Jackson.
go. Do not collect $200.
If you don't know where it's at, stay your ass where you at.
Right.
Because you're not going to know. But that's just, you know, the 50-50 we was talking about with Deion Sanders, what he put on the map versus what he did put on the map.
Right.
And that's just that on that.
Yeah. He brought a lot.
Right.
And it's okay to grow.
Yeah, it's okay to
It's
grow.
okay to grow. It's okay to do well and do well in the city that you're in your town, wherever you're from, or to, you know, and to grow
But when we go back, though,
and to move.
Yeah, when we go back,
it's all love.
It is all love.
But it's a different type of love, going back to those people who didn't think you were going to leave.
Yeah.
Or they knew you were going to leave.
Yeah.
Like, they see everything that you're doing. They see the consistency. And I know they're proud.
I just feel like a
They're
lot of people back home was like guilty. Well, not guilty. They would just like sulk about it because he left and there was so much attention on Jackson State.
Yeah.
There's not that nearly as much attention on Jackson State now versus was when he was there.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And I hate that. But then again, Deion got a life too.
Right. Yeah.
Like-
he has to grow. And I feel like he set the stage, and it's okay for someone to create a blueprint, leave the blueprint, move on, and somebody else kind of come in
But I'm sure he was
and
like
work
a
the
big father
plan.
figure to those young boys, those young men. So let him take that same initiative, let him take that same energy somewhere else.
Yeah.
Because,
Yeah.
you know, that's big.
Yeah, it's big.
Speaking of just like a figure, you know, did y'all have like a figure or somebody inspirational in y'all life when y'all was growing up? Or y'all
Absolutely.
not looking to y'allselves?
Absolutely.
I did. But it's so many to name. I mean, from my Girl Scout leaders, shout out to y'all.
Yeah.
From certain teachers. I could name so many people, but mostly it was people that were close to me, who were like a part of my village, who are a part of my tribe growing up. I feel like teachers, leaders, coaches, my ROTC instructor. Shout out to
me too.
yes,
Me
ma'am. My ROTC instructor.
I'm just in it for the cute uniform. Not gonna lie.
I just did it for the trip.
I just joined to take trips.
Right?
And that too.
Because I couldn't go nowhere, so it had to be school related.
Right.
That's why I play all the sports, because I couldn't go nowhere. So I'm playing basketball, soccer, tennis, track.
Yep,
I play
same.
everything. It's like, I got a game.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I feel like for me, inspirational wise was definitely my grandma and also my mom too.
Yeah.
And just the people that stood behind me, that hustling mentality.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely have to have that hustling mentality.
Yeah.
So of course y'all can agree with me when you say like growing up down south, especially Mississippi, we hustle 10 times harder versus anybody else. And if y'all want to fight about it, we can.
Yeah.
We got to, because I just don't think like people understand where we actually come from. So we pretty much can make something out of nothing.
Right.
When you can take that $20 and make it stretch for a week, and you got to get to work and eat food, like that's a different type of mindset. That's a different type of hustle right there. Like
it is.
Yeah. What you think, Luxxshari?
I think it's like this is what came to mind. I'm gonna just say it out loud. What came to mind is quicksand, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like being from Mississippi is almost like living in quicksand and everybody else is living on pavement. It's like we have to be careful what moves we make so we don't sink. We have to be careful, with everything that we do. We have to be cautious, careful, and we have to make calculated decisions. And then if you don't, dead or in jail, and so it's almost like quicksand. Like you just got to be careful with every move that you make.
And she's so right, because I can advocate for that. Being young or being around the wrong crowd at the wrong time, it literally almost cost me, my livelihood.
Yep.
So definitely keep that positive mindset, keep the right people around you, because it could change quick.
And get therapy.
I know that's right. So since we giving out a little word of advice before we end here, go ahead and tell the people, especially just talk to the people back at home, just let them know, that they can do it, or just get them some words of encouragement or inspiration for anybody want to leave Mississippi but don't know where to start.
Right, yeah, because I know it could really be like scary just to go ahead and step out of your dreams, but the main thing is to find those like-minded people that actually support you and believe in you, but more so believe in yourself, because sometimes it's not going to be your family that supports you. Sometimes it's not going to be your friends. It's really going to be complete strangers.
It is.
So, and with all that church upbringing that we have, all you need is that mustard seed of faith to just go ahead and step out and do it, because it's now or never.
Yeah. That's right.
Just believe in yourself.
That's right. Yeah. I would definitely say faith over fear as well. I definitely would say don't count yourself out. Don't feel like, let me not say don't. Do believe in yourself. Do make the leap even if it's scary. Do meet people and connect with people and find value in those people, and also find the value that you have to offer the world and to offer those people. And don't be scared to share it and to tell people what you have to offer, what value you bring. Market yourself, sell yourself. You know what I mean? Also, just like you said, come from a positive place, be positive in thinking and speaking, because it's going to come back. Positivity attracts positivity. So put out nothing but positivity, even if that's not what you're used to, even if, you have to retrain your thoughts and get therapy and relearn better habits and better thinking. Do that. Put in the work, the self-work, and find that value. If you don't know what it is, find it and bring it out of you. And then don't be scared to get out there and do big things, do great things.
So y'all know I can't let them leave without us playing a little game. Okay, so
we love a game.
Y'all know we really big on food. Mississippians, we love to eat.
Yep.
Okay.
The original foodies.
I would say since I came to Atlanta, though, I've been trying a little stuff that I'm not used to back at home. But everybody had, different taste buds. And then in Mississippi, I grew up in the city, so I'm not used to eating no ham hogs, no chitlins, or none of the other country stuff. But that's just me.
Chicken
me either.
Gizzards?
Gizzards, yeah. But chitlins, hell no.
None of that.
Hell to the no. Okay, so that's just me.
Okay,
so we gonna play a little game called Know Your South, where I'm gonna have my ladies taste a little snack, a little ghetto snack. I tried to find a little something, in these gas stations, but it didn't help. Okay, so we're gonna come back and I'm gonna let them, taste the snacks. They're gonna close their eyes and guess. Okay.
Okay.
Y'all ready?
Yep. I'm ready.
All right, we'll be back. What it do, what it do, what it do, y'all. So, of course, like I said, I was coming back with some little ghetto snacks just to remind me of, down south growing up back home, okay? So, my ladies, they're closing their eyes right now because I had no blindfolds. But they're just going to touch the snack and they're going to taste it and they're going to let me know what they think it is, okay? So, without further ado, let's have it to it. Yeah. Okay.
It's squishy.
I'm picking it up. Oh, you putting it in my hand? Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh.
All right.
It's
So,
squishy.
go ahead and put that in your mouth.
My favorite. Mm-hmm.
I don't know the name of it, but it's that little ring thing.
Peach rings.
Okay, you got that right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, these are my favorite.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Take it back.
Mm-hmm.
We need a paper towel.
I need the rest of the bag.
You need the rest of the bag? Okay, we need a paper towel.
Mm-hmm.
I got the first one right.
Ding, ding, ding.
Okay. So this time I'm gonna let y'all taste it and then y'all can open your eyes. I'm just gonna hide the other snacks.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. All right. All right.
What is that?
Okay.
It feels weird.
You gotta come in a little bit.
I need to pick it up.
Uh-huh.
Okay, you got it. Okay.
What is that?
Okay. Put it in your mouth first.
Oh,
Okay, they gotta put it in their mouths.
where's the Twinkie?
What is it, Luxxshari?
I don't even eat that no more.
I'm gonna say it's a moon pie.
A moon pie?
Moon pie.
I'm just guessing. I ain't had a Twinkie or a moon pie, so I'm
Okay,
just
open
guessing.
your eyes since you still got the lip.
That's
It's
a
a Twinkie.
Twinkie.
You know what that moon pie tastes like, though? That's a very distinct taste.
Is it?
It is.
I never had them. I just know what they look
low.
like. I know what they look like. I know they're soft and
No,
gooey.
what you don't want is a spoiled moon pie.
Yeah,
Them
oh.
things be hard and nasty. That's what you don't want.
I'm not a big pastry person, so. But I mean, I'm liking these.
Yeah?
If I wasn't gluten free,
Yeah.
I would probably give me one of these when I leave. I like these. These kind of good.
Here, you can put on this napkin.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. We going along with the rest of them. You gotta
Okay.
close your eyes.
We gotta close our eyes. Okay.
Yep.
She got more snacks.
Okay.
This is my cheat day.
Right. Me too.
All right.
Like Mr. Krabs.
Yep. And then come in.
Okay.
Go ahead and taste that. Tell me what it is.
Them beans, baby.
The beans? Mmm.
You know what it tastes like?
What it taste like?
It tastes like the peanuts that used to be at the bottom of the Cracker Jack.
The Boston baked beans.
Oh, I
No.
can taste it. It's not that?
That's not it, Santana?
Oh, this is the.
Is it just a?
This is the smoked peanut.
Y'all can open your eyes.
This is the smoked peanut or something.
It's a
Like honey smoked peanut.
honey, salted honey something
Yeah.
peanut.
So it's by Munchies, and it's just like peanuts.
Okay.
Don't ask me what flavor because I forgot.
You know about throw the ones that used to be at the bottom of the Cracker Jack
That was
box?
the baked beans.
Oh, that's my
Boston baked
favorite.
beans.
Yeah.
Yeah, you thought it was. See, last time it was Boston baked beans. This time I did little switcheroo.
She was trying to.
I thought it was.
She trying to cheat. Okay, so we gonna do one last one. Okay.
Okay.
And I know they
Give me a
they
good one.
already gonna know what this one is.
Okay. We're gonna see.
Y'all ready? Okay.
I grew up on watermelon and cantaloupe.
Ooh, I was gonna sound good right now.
Yes. I want a big snacker.
All right, taste that and what it is.
I could tell from the
You
smell.
already know. It's the skins,
Pig
baby.
skin.
AKA
Rind.
cracklings.
Cracklings.
All
That's
my
what we really
friends.
call them, cracklings.
Pork
Cracklings.
rinds,
Skins, pork rinds.
Pork
yeah.
skins.
Yeah.
big
Okay.
skins. Yep.
What flavor?
Definitely some ghetto
What
snacks.
flavor was it?
Barbecue.
Barbecue.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
a smoky barbecue, spicy barbecue.
Yeah. Okay.
The best skins be back home, though, I swear.
What's your favorite flavor?
Probably that one, the spicy like barbecue
The
type
spicy
flavor.
barbecue?
I like the little hot one.
I like the salt and vinegar ones.
I never tried
weird.
that. You
And I
put
like
me
the
on.
barbecue. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you remember the big jars with the pickled eggs?
Mm.
Tommy gag.
Oh, y'all know. Y'all remember. You remember them
See,
jars with
what
the
I
pickled
remember
eggs.
I was going to Piggly Wiggly.
And then they get
them big
pickles.
jars of pickle ears.
The big
and
Yeah,
pickles.
just,
yeah.
ugh.
That's what I was pictured when she said that.
Yeah,
That's what you talking
that's
about?
what
No, it's
That's
a
how I was
pickled
picturing.
egg. So it's the egg in the pickle juice.
Oh.
Pickled egg.
Yeah.
See,
no,
another thing
okay.
though that I grew up on that I know for a fact, like Atlanta don't know nothing about is Kool-Aid pickles.
Yep.
My cousin them did that.
Yeah, y'all know about Kool-Aid
Yeah, I
pickles.
know about Kool-Aid pickles.
And let these people know, for the record, that fish and spaghetti goes together.
Oh yes, we talked about it in the last episode.
We have fish and
it
spaghetti.
definitely goes
at the
together.
Fish fry, the fish complements the spaghetti,
Yeah.
right? The corn on the cob complements
They don't know
the
about
Texas
that now,
toast,
yeah.
and then
Yeah.
the
They don't
salad
know
on the
about
side.
that.
But fish and spaghetti go together, and
And period.
we eat it. Ain't no two meats. They go together.
Ain't
Like
no two meats.
they said, it's too much meat for who?
Yeah, they don't know. Like down here,
You know, we
it's gonna
cornbread
be a-
fed, baby.
It's gonna be a spaghetti and a salad.
It's gonna be a spaghetti
Yeah.
and a
Or fish
salad,
and grits.
or
Yeah.
fish and grits.
But, ooh, I got a controversial question now before we wrap up. How y'all eat y'all grits, with cheese or with sugar?
Oh, see, I knew you was gonna.
This about
No,
the
because see, this will probably knock me out of being the down south. Let me tell you what I like my sugar. Not gonna lie. If I cook my spaghetti, you know how you'll probably add a little sugar in it. Even after it's done, I like to go back and put a little sugar on top.
Oh, you do?
That's just
Yeah.
me.
That's how you
I
like
like
yours?
sweet stuff.
Okay.
And then for my
for your grits.
my grits, I'm gonna put sugar in them.
Sugar in the grits too?
I'm gonna put sugar in my
Sugar in
grits.
both
Not gonna lie.
Okay.
I like sweet
I
stuff.
say-
And that's why I feel like I get kicked out, because a down south thing would just be salt and grits. That's it.
Yeah.
Well, I like the cheese grits. I'm an oatmeal
I
baby.
like cheese grits
I'm
too.
an
I
oatmeal
like
baby
cheese grits.
myself, but give me some good cheese grits.
Yeah,
I
I've
love
never
cheese
put
grits.
sugar in my grits ever in my life. I don't
gotta
even. I can't even fathom that. It's just cheese.
See, we like, okay, so y'all eating chilies or no?
No, it's
Chili?
a no. Now that I know what it is.
Oh,
we're
absolutely
eating-
not.
we're eating that.
Okay.
I'm not eating chitlins, not at all.
Okay.
I can't even get past the smell.
That's what I'm saying. People be like, oh, if you clean them good, it won't stink. That's a lie.
You
That's
still
a
gonna smell it. You still
lie.
gonna smell it.
I ain't never walked in somebody's house and they was cooking chitlins and I didn't
And
smell
they
them.
did smell it. People be lying.
Never.
But nevertheless, y'all seen it here and y'all heard it here. We done dropped some gems, you feel me? We didn't tell y'all how it is, being down south and growing up in Mississippi.
Right.
Yeah.
And we just play a little game, know yourself, with some of my little favorite little childhood snacks. Y'all like that?
Yeah, I did.
like that.
It brought back some memories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before we wrap up here, go ahead and tell the people where they can follow y'all from or where they can keep up with y'all.
So I'm Luxxshari, aka Luxxshari. Again, you can find me on Instagram at Luxxshari, LuxXSHARI_. My name is the same on Twitter. It's also the same on Threads. And my YouTube channel is Shari's Life of Luxxshari, and Luxxshari has 2 X's. Make sure you subscribe and follow. Let's stay connected.
Yes. Period.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So professional. So once again, I'm a business consultant, and I also teach people how to start their business and build business credit. So if you do need help with that, you can reach out to me on my Facebook. It's Santana Boykin, and on Instagram, it's I am Santana_B, actress and entrepreneur. Let's work.
Yeah, that's somebody you want to be plugged in with.
Oh,
for
definitely.
sure.
I need to toot my own horn.
For sure,
But
yeah.
it's all about networking. Like she said, it's really not what you know, it's who you know.
It's
I've
who
met
you
so
know.
many people from even when I first got here, and they've taken off, and we've all been taking off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And any like celebrity event I've been to or like major
Definitely.
event I've been to, it has been sent to me by someone.
By
It
someone
wasn't
that we
something I
know.
just scrolled up on Instagram.
Oh,
It
I
was
just thought of you.
definitely
Right.
Right. So shout out to you, sis, for sending me the
Because
EP.
I sent her an event. She already got it. She already got her ticket.
I love it. Yes.
Yes.
And that's how you be getting a scoop on a lot of stuff, especially in Atlanta.
That's
So
how we met.
Exactly.
At an event.
Exactly.
Yep.
So you already know you can follow the podcast on IG, Dirty South Network, and also keep up to date with the podcast, Love My Dirty South, on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. I'm going to be in the making of some bigger and better things. Y'all already know, so make sure y'all stay in tune. Peace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the cut. Let me get another
That's
skin.
a wrap.
Can you gotta get us skin?
Want a manage?
No swine.
As she crunches.
I ain't had none in a long time.
Oh, it's 9:45.